Well, I've been spending some time on this tender that we opened up yesterday from Leon, and I've got his metal plate that he suggests to use as a template or whatnot. And then I also went on trying to get his dimensions to fit my 3D plate, and then I realized that because of the pivot point on these trucks, I give myself a lot of trouble having to say this is the connector, here's the pivot point here, this has to be out on the end. But when it pivots, like if it's on the thing and it pivots, you see how far out that goes. If it were pivoting from the center, the same amount of angle would only come out so much instead of so much. So I really need to move the pivot to the center somehow. And what gave me encouragement was when I looked at the side and I realized there's a lot of meat up at the top there. There's a meat for a screw. Yes, there's meat for a screw. That is a screw that doesn't connect. It could be hidden. I could slide this over. Okay, bear with me. So if I take the side frame off and slide it to the center of the pin and invert the pin so it's sitting like this, all right, kinda, not exactly. I have a pin going up into the pivot part, this round circle. I have something going up, and then it comes out around the wheel, and then it comes down and picks up the frame in the same two bolt locations, but it does it, instead of directly, it does it indirectly with a second part that pivots here but is solid mount here. And the spacing tolerances are not 4 points but 2 points on that block, and that could be a square block. There's nothing around there. That could be a thick square block with an edge. So let me draw it for you. Maybe this will come to light. If I drew this as a barrel, all right, and then it has a hole in it for the pin to come down from the top, okay, and then I have all this room here, so I could extend this out sort of like that and down, okay, down like that, and then it goes across, it extends out there and goes down. Now I put a hole in here and I put threads in that hole. This is still the barrel inside it, right? This still goes this way, rotate. Now I take a piece of plastic that would fit right inside that, and I come along with a tab sort of thing that would look like this, and it would have thickness, be like that, and it would come down. So how can I explain that? It's thick, and it goes around, it has a hole in it, and this comes down, and this comes down that way, and now that's solid, just has a hole in it. I can screw this tab to this pivot point here. Now all I need to do is run it out a little ways from this point here. I got to come out to this point here, and it's not that far. So we come out like this, we come out like this, and then this goes down, and we add some thickness to it so it comes down like this. So there's one here, and all it has to do is go up high enough to clear the axle spacer that we use. The other one goes like this, it comes down, it goes like this. There's two of them, and then there's this, and it comes over. So now this screws into the side frame. The side frame has, it would have its bushing here, and a bushing here, and a bushing here for the wheels. I gotta go to lunch. I'm working on coming, I'll be right up. If I don't answer, she yells again. Got it. And then she tells me to bring up stuff. It's okay, it's fine. So now, but in order to determine all of this and get this concrete, I need to know where that hole is. So the first thing I did was I took an old chassis. I did the X and Y dimensions of the chassis, and then I put these points in at 30 mils from the end, 30 millimeters from the end, as an estimate, a guess. I didn't worry about any of the other holes from the other engines that I've used this on. I just worried about the shape and those two holes, not even the mounting holes. Then I'm going to know if that fits, and then I can set up my piece and look at it and see where does it need to move in and out, and then I can get a hard number for that. Then I can start moving the holes. And I've already sent this to the printer. I've put it on 20% density, so it'll be a very weak part, but it'll be the dimensions. I can increase density on the next print or the next print if I want. Once I get all the holes where I want it, this will print faster. This is only an hour print. When I add all the holes and the density, it'll probably go to an hour and a half or 2 hour print. So I don't want to have 2 hour prints now. I want to have it as quick as I can. As quick as I can is going to be, I didn't get my scrubber out. I'll have to get it on the next pass. Oh, maybe it's come off already. All right, it looks pretty clean. It'll be all right. Any rate, I'm going to let that run. I got to go get something and then eat and come back. But this is the plan. This is where I'm at right now. And we're just going to chip away at this. If I can get a center pivot 6-wheel truck on a chassis, that's a monumental thing. And then the rest of this just falls into place, basically. I mean, literally falls into place. Honest to God. All right, later.